Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I love to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Elder Tahar and the rest of the elders that are fervently pushing this truth. And as always, peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, so I was just watching some of this video right here. Putin visiting Iran to show the world he still has some friends, foreign policy expert says. And immediately as I seen the title of this video, I thought projection in my mind. And that's basically what this news and foreign policy expert is doing. All right, because really, the West, the West, they're the ones that's actually actually losing friends. But you see, Esau is such a devil, all right, and prideful. They don't want to make it seem like nobody's really messing with them anymore. So they gotta, so they gotta use a tactic, projection on Russia. All right, which projection is basically trying to place what's happening to you, or what demons you have on you on somebody else. Because really, America is the one that is losing friends, not Putin, not Russia. Because as you can see, all these different nations are trying to click up with Russia. They trying to get with the BRIC alliance, right? You got Argentina, you got Turkey, which the Turkish president was present today when Russia or when Vladimir Putin met with Iran. So you got Turkey, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Venezuela might be in the mix, right? You got all these different nations trying to get with Russia. Why is that? Because they can clearly see that they're the next superpower. So really, it's America, and they're jealous and they're hating. They're jealous and hating because they know that that the dominance that they once had is no more. And just to I'm gonna play some of the video, and just to further confirm it, look what popped up on my feed as I was watching the video. This is just in. Iran's supreme leader calls for strengthening long-term cooperation with Russia. You see, but they were trying to downplay Russia's alliance with Iran. It was like, oh well, having friends with some Middle Easterns, that's not really saying much. Man, y'all just jealous. Y'all just jealous because Iran is fucking with Russia and not y'all. But let me play some of this.
Well, Russia's Vladimir Putin is visiting Iran today for high-stakes meetings with leaders from that country, as well as Turkey's president. They're expected to discuss major issues from weapons to the war in Syria and grain exports held up in Ukraine. So I want to bring in Michael O'Hanlon. He is here to give us some analysis. He's a senior fellow and director of research for the Foreign Policy Program at the Brookings Institute, a nonprofit public policy research organization. And Michael specializes in defense strategy and U.S. foreign policy. So it's great to have you here.
See, look. So you had this guy. So you have David Jones. Look at this. See that? Hey, these people gassing you. Y'all saw it. Look at this. Not only Iran, but the Republican National Committee, RNC, still says they are friends with Russia. And it says since 2016. And then it says right here, so are we from Brazil. We increased the bilateral trade with Russia 3 times, you see? So man, the West is just haters. The West is just hating. And it's coming out in the comment section like, no, what are y'all talking about? Man, we're friends with Russia. We're friends with Russia. You see? They're just hating. They're mad because, oh, see, look at this. See, that's why I went to refresh the feed, the video, so I can see more comments, the newest comments. Look at this. King Putin had a lot of friends. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Venezuela, see, Hungary, all the 5 BRICS countries, etc. You see that? Which Hungary, I'm not too sure about that, but Hungary might leave NATO. the NATO and EU. I've been saying that for a while because there's been a bunch of conflicts between Hungary and the West. So, we'll see. Hey, see, bro, this is spirit. Look at this. USA went to the Middle East and realized it doesn't have many friends. What happened to asking Saudi Arabia for more oil? Yeah, the Saudi prince treated him like a hoe. Look at this, like a clown analyst. Iran, Turkey, Russia meeting is a lot of agenda, not just propaganda. You see? Disappointed to see him looking so healthy. See, everybody's hating, bro. And that's why when I read the title, I said, man, the West are some haters. All right, they're trying to project to America that look, man, everything's all good. Man, Russia, they ain't talking about a damn thing, right? But really, it's America. Y'all are haters. Y'all are mad because y'all are going down. And nobody in this and really all these different nations, man, they're not messing with America anymore. Now they're about to deal treacherously with D.
So, on the surface, these sort of trilateral meetings, it's supposed to be about Syria, but we know that there are other issues that are probably higher on the agenda right now. What exactly is the purpose of Putin's meeting with Iran's president?
Greetings. Well, I think you covered some of them accurately. Certainly, the idea of buying weapons could be on the agenda because Russia is taking a hit to a number of its key advanced technology systems. For example,
See, got this guy, Jonathan. It says, come on, why are you so sentimental in your comments? How could you say that no one will be impressed because Putin shows he still has friends and with Iran? Should you compel everyone to be a friend with the Western friends? The world has gone past that, man. The world is bigger than just the West. But who do you think? See, look, showing that he still has some friends. Pathetic. See, everybody sees past this. Everybody sees past this. Man, America, you're not fooling anybody anymore. Hey, really like that witchcraft that Babylon the Great once had on people now, like that shit is actually like leaving. Let me grab this precept real quick in the book of Isaiah. Like that's actually like leaving now. Because America really did have a stronghold over, everybody in the world. But as you can see, like now, like that shit is kind of gone now. Honestly, more people are so-called waking up. This is Isaiah 25:7. He would destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people and the veil that is spread over all nations. That's right, because there was a veil. There was a cast that was spread over the eyes of the people, being blinded to reality. Now, to a certain extent, you have people that are actually waking up and smelling the coffee. Now, not to, a large, not in a large scale, but you see people are actually like waking up and actually seeing stuff for what it really is, which is beautiful. This is how you know that we're at the end of Esau's age.
Example, drones that are used by both sides in this war, largely for targeting, sometimes for attacking. We know that Iran makes them, maybe not huge numbers, but Putin may be at the point where, because of the cutoff of high-tech technology to Russia that most countries have instituted since February 24th, he's not able, perhaps, to build those drones himself. So that's a distinct possibility. It's been widely reported. Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, alleged that, and my guess is there's probably some pretty good evidence behind that suspicion. And then, as you mentioned, there's the ongoing discussion about, is there a way to get Ukraine's grain into world markets and alleviate the mass starvation, or at least the mass hunger that's become so common because of that. And certainly Putin wants to be seen as trying to make an effort in that regard. Whether he'll actually decide to cooperate is another question. But more generally, I think he likes the idea of not being completely ostracized on the world stage, of showing the world that he still has some friends. No one's going to be that impressed that he has Iranian friends, but with a member of NATO, President Erdogan from Turkey, showing up there as well and talking with Putin, keeps alive the idea that he's still a world leader with some standing, and perhaps keeps alive the possibility of resuming peace talks at some future date with.
That's quite funny Because why is Turkey? First and foremost, why is even Turkey there? Well, if that's the case, why isn't any other Western or NATO ally there? Why did only Turkey show up? Hey, because Turkey's trying to get with the brick. Turkey's trying to get with Russia. All right, they probably was talking shit, sipping on some champagne, eating some good food. Like, yeah, man, we aren't gonna slide through. But they're just mad. They're just jealous.
Turkey, again, as intermediary. So those are, I think, some of the ideas that could be behind the visit.
So the Biden administration has said that Iran is going to provide Russia with these armed drones for use in the war in Ukraine. Clearly, that's going to be a point of conversation. Do you agree?
Yes. And for the reason I said before, that I think that Russia's probably lost a lot of its own drones in the fighting to date. We've provided the Ukrainians, as you know, with a lot of advanced technology systems. The Javelin got a lot of good press early in the war for shutting down the Russian tanks and vehicles that were trying to take Kyiv from the north. But I think the Stinger anti-aircraft missiles have been important for shooting down aircraft, for making it hard for Russia to establish air supremacy, and even for Russia to use drones effectively, since Stingers can be used against certain drones. So my guess is that there's a lot of attrition going on between the use of drones, the use of anti-drone technology, and Russia's running low. And this may be a technology domain where it's not able to do a very good job of producing drones on its own because of its dependence on foreign semiconductors, hence the lifeline that perhaps they're pursuing with Iran.
I think Turkey's role throughout this whole thing is quite fascinating to me.
All right, so that's all I'm gonna play on that. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 16. This is dealing with the American Edomite, or the Western Edomite. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." That's right, and that's what's going on. And none but disgrace, none but disdain is being poured out on America, because America is really the one that is dropping friends like flies. All these different nations that were once cool with America, now they greatly or deeply despise them. All right, what happened back in 2018, 2019? All right, Great Britain exiting the EU, which Britain, man, they're gonna be one of the first nations to shoot missiles on America. All right, Britain, all right, Turkey, Poland, they all gonna be shooting missiles on your ass. This Obadiah starting at verse 2 says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised." See that? You are the one that is greatly despised and made small amongst the heathen. Meaning that Esau is becoming insignificant by the day. That's why all these nations, man, they laugh at you, they mock at you. Going back to Habakkuk 2 and verse 16, "Shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." Because nobody looks at America as that dominant superpower anymore. Everybody's looking at America like food, as an easy target, as an easy lick. And that's why everybody is clicking up against you. Jumping down to verse 7. "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee." See, hey, you're the ones that's really losing friends. "And prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee." Yeah, all these different nations that had benefited off of America have laid a wound under thee. Meaning what? They're gonna shoot these missiles on you. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, Esau is finished. Esau is done. And like I said, they're trying to use that tactic of projection on Russia when really it's you that are losing friends, that are losing allies. This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast," which the 10 horns is dealing with the EU, the beast is NATO, "these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire." That's right. So that's what's going to be taking place. These different nations, these different NATO, EU nations that were clicked up with America, which deeply inside, they're just messing with America because of how much money that they made off of America. Because mind you, America is one of the biggest importer of goods. All right. One of the before it was China, like back 2018, 2019, Canada was one of America's biggest or the biggest trading partner. So Canada was making a huge come up off of America, but they gonna turn around and shoot missiles on your ass. See? So the West is just big mad, big hating because the grip that it once had on the world is gone, diminished. All right, so Yahweh Tazah, you few brothers and sisters were edified. Till next time I say Shalom.